Welcome to Pull the Pin Already War Room Edition. I'm your host Jim, and with me as usual is Mike. Let's get into this. You ready? We all know how this works.
No one's waiting backstage to come on the show?
Not today. Not
Okay.
today.
Maybe
Still the holidays.
Yeah.
Still summer. Everybody's on vacation.
Kind of loud down there.
Get them on the show.
It's just her. She on the phone.
Oh, get her on the show. So anyways, we know how this works. It's all topics that we pull out of the media. And obviously I can't say that Mike provides them anymore because I've been discovered. But there are times when Mike does influence them. So I will pick a topic based on something I know Mike enjoys to talk about or has talked about. So why don't we just get into this?
Let's do it.
All right, the first one. Former city council candidate to introduce ballot initiative creating African American autonomous zones in D.C. We're going heavy first. Did I read that wrong?
Now I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to see why would you want to do that.
I don't know. I thought segregation was bad.
And in DC for that matter. Like why? Yeah, I don't anything that when you talk about a zone like that and making it. Nah, I don't agree with it. No, I just
I
can't.
think the concept behind it is that they have their own council, their own government, kind of their own little structure, which is the autonomous part of it. So they're like kind of immune from the rest of the country's governments and things like that.
Then why would we stop there? You know, and do you now? What about our Hispanic brethren and sisters? Same thing with the Asian. And then
Well,
is it always going to be based on race and nationality, or is it going to be also religion?
right.
You
And then
get what
I
I'm
thought,
saying?
yeah, and I think that's the problem with it, and it's a foot in the door, like we've seen with other items. You know, oh, we just want to have rights to be married. Okay, now we want,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? So it's a foot in the door. Once that's approved, then the train and the snowball effect can happen.
Right.
So maybe that's why it's a push, but I personally think it's a horrible idea. I mean, I've already told you New Jersey is a state that is evident proof of self-segregation. You know, you can go to any town and know what demographic is in that town.
Hmm.
For most part. I mean, there are
Right.
some towns that are, you know, mixed and multiple, but for the most part, I mean, literally, I can go to a specific town and every business is catered toward one demographic,
Mm.
you know, and every person there is that demographic. So they already do that themselves.
Right.
And yet they still coexist and get along in the mutual places. And,
Hmm.
you know, so I don't know what they need their own autonomous zone for, any group,
Yeah.
because they already have their own. You know, like I said, I don't believe in the segregation part, but I completely understand having a family that is non-American. You know, they're Hispanic and they like certain things. You know, they like a bodega. They like, you know,
Hmm.
things from their country. They like, you know, so why wouldn't they want to be somewhere where those things are in abundance?
So you know what some of these backwoods country American people would say,
Who
"Go back
cares?
to your country." Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's not. I mean, the point being is if it's here, like for
Yeah.
example, you go to some of these countries, or some of these states with cities, and a lot of them are tourists. They have a taste of everything. They like the multicultural
Yeah.
environment, and I do too. You know, I'd like to have different foods from different cultures.
Yeah.
I like that. You know, I don't even mind having different, you know, just cultural things all together.
Right.
But on the same side, I don't want to go into a town that caters to nothing for me. You know, there's nothing for me there. There's nothing I enjoy there. So I understand from another demographic how if they go down to that country place and, because even my in-laws had been through this, they didn't want to go certain places I lived because there wasn't enough Hispanic influence. So they couldn't find that bodega. They couldn't find their types of food that they liked. So I understand that. And it doesn't mean they can't introduce one there, because what I've experienced is when you do bring in a foreign culture into these places that I've lived, people eat it up.
Oh, yeah.
They love it.
Yeah.
So, but in the flip side, I don't know if that works the other way around. Like, I don't think if any of the other demographics are concerned. Like, I don't go to a Hispanic demographic and find Asian stores at all.
Right.
This is in New Jersey I'm speaking to, obviously.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you need an autonomous zone for when New Jersey's proof that they can self-segregate and still live under the system we live under. And their politicians and all that come from them.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
They talking about the political heads and everything. They govern themselves there's no outside influence.
Sure, but what is the election? I mean, if you think about it, if the entire community has the demographic of the person, where's the people coming from that are elected? It's not like some guy from South Jersey's coming to run up in, that's not how it works.
Right.
So they're going to have a representation from their community. Maybe as you climb up the ladder, that representative might be some different demographic, but that's kind of how it works anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it.
Yeah, segregation's bad.
Yeah, I thought you would be all for it, but okay.
Well, I am here. That's why I keep this gap between me and you. See this little bar right here?
That little one right there, yeah. Oops,
that's a safe zone right there for me.
Yeah, social distancing.
Yeah. Well, it's not just about social.
That's the internet version of 6 feet.
Yes, exactly.
All right, what's next?
Next one. Daily COVID deaths in Sweden hit 0 as other nations brace for more lockdowns.
Yeah, but oh god, here we go. Dude, last year we talked about this. That's all they said. Hey, the number of cases is going up. It's rising. Today we had 1,600 deaths. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you don't hear about it here anymore.
Right.
They don't mention how many people are dying. That's what I don't understand.
Because that doesn't favor their fear mongering.
Exactly. Right. So my thing is, when you talk about, if you're going to talk about it, us fearing a lockdown, the U.S. is fearing another lockdown. I heard it in a way I kind of believe it, especially with this Delta. And there's another one coming out after Delta too, this Delta variant. But my thing is, no one's talking about how many people per day are dying here in America. Right. And that right there scares me.
Well, of course. What is this? The Delta midterm variant? So what was the next one going to be called? The Delta 2024 variant?
No, it's not Delta. I forgot the name of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what's interesting about this? I don't know if you remember this, but Sweden never locked down. I think that's what makes this story so significant. Sweden never locked down. And they have 0 cases, whatever, in their daily COVID reports.
Right. Oh, people dying.
People dying, right.
Right.
It doesn't say, well, I didn't read the article either, but the headline doesn't say people don't get COVID. They're just saying nobody's dying in their reports.
Right.
Or maybe they're not reporting it.
It could be that too, but somebody would have exposed that by now.
Yeah, and I don't take Sweden as the country that's going to try to boast and draw attention like that.
Right.
So even this was probably gotten by somebody outside Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
We are bracing for more lockdowns.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw what was happening in Australia. You seen that?
No.
Whew. Yeah, Australia is like a prison right now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, but didn't it used to be? Isn't the history of Australia? Didn't they take all the prisoners and put them over in Australia?
Never heard
Wasn't
that.
The history of Australia? Yeah, I heard that the other day. I was like, really? I never knew that, but I'm sure it's grown beyond that. But
right.
So yeah, what do you see about Australia? But all right, we'll move on because this is Sweden again. It's outside the country. It's just another example though. Lockdowns are coming. You'll see. All right, next one. Women inmates condemn California for pro-trans law forcing them to be housed with abused by men. State hands out condoms and pregnancy resources.
That's the
We
state
just want
saying
to.
it's coming.
We just want to be married. We just want to
Yeah.
get married. That's it. That's all we want is the right to be married. And now we want to change our genders. And now we want to go share private spaces with people of the opposite gender who we now say we are, and
Mm.
do all the things we want to do. And oh well. Yep. Not that these things don't exist in prisons with the same sex,
Right, right.
but now you've just opened a whole new can of worms that, like, and then why would you hand out, I mean, this is California. So, I mean, nothing surprised me in California.
Well, they just tell them, hey, we hear you, but it's coming.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying right there. So, eh,
I don't get it.
wait a minute. Pro trans. Oh, so see, oh, that's state. Never mind. I know on the federal level, they can't go to a female institution until they have it cut off or whatever they do, fillet it or whatever. I don't know.
Really.
Yeah, whatever they do, right?
Medium well. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
But my thing is, that's on the federal level, if it's still the same. So for this to happen, I'm like, what's going on here? Why would you house men? Let's just say we agree with the whole thing, right? Why would you house men, functioning men, with women? That makes no sense to me.
Well, because they declare they're women. We have to respect what someone thinks they are more than what we see they are. So that's the era we're in now. We know that. That's the era we're in. If somebody doesn't want to, if somebody wants to identify as something, even though it defies what you're looking at, what they think about themselves is more important than, I mean, that's all over. This is, I mean, social justice. This is the whole thing. This is what all these kids went to school for. All these college degrees. They're now out there practicing what they learned in their college degrees because they don't have a job. Clearly, nobody's hiring them. So they have to go out and advocate for them.
Okay. I just disagree with it.
Yeah, well, I don't understand. I don't understand it either. But like I said, if where do you draw the line? Like, let's say you're California. Obviously, we know crazy things happen in California, but that's usually where it starts, and then it spreads to the rest of the U.S. Some of it. So where do you draw the line?
Or something that happened to where California is going to back off of that. Say, no, that's not a good idea. Let's go. Let's pull back on that. Pull back on that. And they'll probably make but a separate unit just for them.
Well, that would make sense. That's fine.
Yeah.
Or have a whole separate prison for them. Just dedicate a whole.
I was going to
that's a whole
say
new-
that, but now you're talking about building another prison.
No,
more
not
money.
building. Not building. You can reassociate or what's the word? Repurpose. One prison, start sending all yours to the other ones, and
Oh,
you know.
okay.
And
Yeah.
prisons are still private, right? They're still private industry.
Not all of them, but yeah.
Well, not all of them, right? But
Right.
have them set up a private one,
Yeah, I guess. But man,
and you can still
condoms,
separate them,
pregnancy resources. Wow. What,
like condoms. Why would you be handing out
abortion
condoms?
pills?
It probably, yeah, birth control, something like that.
Yeah. Wow. That's the first thing I thought of. Like I said 2 times already. Hey, we hear you, but it's coming.
Right.
Yeah, brace yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
It's California.
Yeah.
All right. So next one. The FBI might have another public relations disaster over latest development in Governor Whitmer kidnapping plot.
Didn't hear about that one. What's up with that?
You didn't hear about that?
Mm-mm.
I don't know a whole heck of a lot, as usual. But apparently there are more government people. Why can't I think of the word? The guys that they send inside. Oh my God.
Spies?
Yeah, but not the spies. The government puts them in there. The informants.
Oh, okay.
There are more informants in this group that was going to kidnap Governor Whitmer than there are people. And not only that, apparently the leadership and decision came from one of those informants. So it was basically, this would have never happened had the government not intervened.
Wow.
So that's what they're discovering now. And it's a real backpedal now for the FBI. The FBI, I mean, this is what I talked about. You know, I was going to get into a whole episode earlier. We talked about an early episode. It's like the defund the police thing is crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
But defunding the FBI is now becoming a realistic thing that I'm willing to entertain, because this has gotten so corrupt that I don't know who to trust anymore.
I have to read up on that one.
Yeah. Well, there's probably more to come about it because
Yeah.
it's in court. I mean, it's an actual in court. So
Wow. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
to read up on that one, man. That right there is interesting. And some would say it's not the first time.
And I did tell you that I did speak to an old friend of mine that was in the FBI,
Mm-hmm.
and I did speak to him, and I was asking him, I was like, hey, you know, just out of curiosity, man, is all this craziness about the FBI true? And he just said, dude, I'm retiring. And I'm
Wow.
like, that wasn't my question. He's like, I'm retiring. So
Wow.
clearly he's a good man. He's obviously
Mhm.
honors his commitment. But he didn't have to say it. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
kind of knew it anyway. I was just looking for some hard evidence. But yeah, so I kind of believe it. And I believe the FBI is jacked up. Obviously, not all of them. You know, just like we say with police, even different districts, different cities, different, you know, but the corruption it's getting out of control.
Mm.
So we'll see what comes of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. Okay,
mean,
what else
but-
you got?
All right, some more. You're more likely to get murdered in Chicago than be hospitalized for COVID-19. Apparently, the statistics now support that.
We said this in the previous episode about I'll be surprised if you're surprised.
Well, not everybody lives in Chicago. You know what I mean? Not everybody pays attention. And a lot of Chicago murders don't get on the news. So,
Yeah, but it's referenced so much. You know, like when people start talking about all the murders and shootings or whatever, and like a lot of the journalists, commentators or whatever, they always reference, well, nobody's talking about Chicago.
right, but I'm
You
saying,
couldn't even go a weekend without someone getting shot.
but Mike, take the common person who lives in Alabama, right? Who's been exposed to all this COVID fear-mongering stuff. Take that person and show them these statistics. Be like, look, dude, you personally are more likely to be killed in Chicago than hospitalized for COVID-19. Maybe that's not the
Touché.
exact correlation,
Touché.
but you know.
Touche. When you
So,
put it like that, touche. I got you.
you know,
But it's sad though.
it's sad.
Now,
It is
they
sad.
talking about if you live there? Or you just
Well,
talking about nationwide?
that's why I was saying the correlation may not be precise. They're
okay.
probably using the statistics.
Yeah,
So probably if you live there.
definitely if you live there.
Yeah. If you live there, that would be my guess. The
Can you
statistics
imagine
probably
if that
support
went all the way across the country?
Right.
You're more like, and you don't even go to
Maybe it
Chicago.
does. Maybe it does. Maybe it's the. Maybe it's
So
the
we're not going
population.
to Chicago, but we have a better chance of getting murdered in Chicago than, wow.
It's the odds. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That speaks volumes.
Maybe it is
man.
based on the entire population.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know. I don't know.
Interesting.
But either way, it just enlightens more of the fear mongering stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it
What
should
they
be
call
fear of being murdered now. You need
Right.
to
Right.
look at violent crime in Chicago.
Right.
To hell with COVID.
And watch what the politicians are doing over in Chicago.
Right.
Go look at what they're worried about. It ain't the crime.
What is it, the mask wearing? And make sure you have your mask.
It's all the stupid nonsense, the political garbage. I'd be pissed off if I was in Chicago.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're all moving. I don't know. Maybe all of them are emptying out. I don't know. Maybe that's where they're all coming from.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. Interesting.
yeah. All right. I got the next one here. I know you'll love this one.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you mentioned it,
Oh.
or you were puzzled by it when we did it on an episode. Joint Chiefs Chairman dodges white rage question, complicated topic. You remember when we showed the video?
Yeah.
And he said he was curious to know what causes this white rage.
Hmm.
Nowhere in the media have we heard the white rage. That was the first time I ever heard that.
Yeah.
But that's the Joint Chief Chairman there, top military guy. I guess he was asked about it. And what do you do when you're asked about something you have no idea what you're talking about? You divert.
Hmm. It's a complicated topic.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's have it. Let's have us a complicated conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Or give me a complicated answer.
So I can't remember the full conversation, but did you agree with him?
About what?
What he was saying about
No. I think I don't know where he's coming from, and I don't think
No.
I don't know how he represents the military or can pretend to. He shouldn't be wearing that uniform, making comments like that. I just don't. I don't think that white rage in the military. Like, even if you want to say there's such a thing as white rage, did you encounter that in the military? And what would it be? What would white rage be? Would it be the Marine Corps? Like, I mean, real think about it. Like, you need people to be angry to go storm a beach and get shot at and killed for the
Right.
cause of, what would white rage be? I mean, were there mass killings of minorities in the, like, what? I don't get
No, I
that.
think maybe they use the word rage. Well, no, I can't. No, I don't know. Someone would have to define that for me.
That's what I was saying. So he
Yeah,
brought it up, and here you're talking about a complicated topic.
yeah.
Like,
But my thing is when you ask the question, like, did I experience it? I wanted to say yes, but then using that last word, rage, it wasn't no rage there. There was no
mhm.
rage there. Well, except for one, there was rage. Um, yeah, he was. Oh yeah.
But even the odds of rage, let's just say, for example, the angry old man, get your tennis ball out of my yard, whatever, that could be rage from rage. And I've said this before, just because it happened to somebody of a different demographic doesn't mean the guy's just not an angry man.
Right.
We know an angry man doesn't just say bad things to one race and then not to another race. No, they say bad things to everybody because they're just angry.
But you do have those people out there that just say it to one race, or
Sure,
just certain races or
sure. And
demographics.
right. And we have them in all demographics. I mean, they're
Really?
all demographics that have. Yes, really.
Okay, that's another
What are you?
conversation.
What are you? Are you not going to sit here and try? I can't. No. No. All right. Let's move to the next one. No.
There's a couple of holes there, rabbit holes we're about to go down.
The next one. Net approval of Kamala Harris turns negative in latest poll.
Jeez, what are they basing the negative on? Wow. I wonder why. Oh, it's probably dealing with the going down to see the kids in cages.
Oh, it's more than that, dude. She's been in the media quite a bit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh man. Am
Some
I
of the dumb
gonna
things she's been saying.
give me an
Unbelievable.
example? I don't even know
She
if I
just
want to know.
she just compared getting the COVID shot to the meaning in the Bible of love thy neighbor. She said the Bible verse, love your neighbor, is exactly what they meant by getting the COVID shot. She said that. It's on TV. Go look at it. I'm not asking you to believe me like good people in both places or in both sides. I'm not asking you to listen to me. Go watch it.
I
She
can't.
said that. Well, I mean, this isn't a surprise though, Mike, right?
No,
Like,
no,
of
no.
all the Democratic presidential candidates, she was the first one out, the least one liked. We couldn't even figure out why he picked her. This isn't a surprise to me.
Well, she's not very well polished, let's say.
Yeah, but neither was Trump.
Damn it! I knew you were gonna go there. I tried to have a. I wanted to have a quick retort, but I couldn't. I couldn't.
You want to give her a way out?
Yeah,
But
just
she is,
a little bit.
and she's not even black, right? Isn't she like Indian or something?
Yeah, you should have just said other, and it depends on the week.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, she can
so,
identify. I mean, I'm not going to take away whatever she identifies as.
yeah.
But, yeah, this isn't a surprise for me. But the negative is hilarious.
Yeah.
It's
You know what it
hilarious.
is though? Negative what?
No, I didn't read it. Negative is still below zero, Mike.
I know, but how do you go? How do you go past zero, man?
I don't know. It's probably an exaggeration, but
No, listen to that. If you ask 1,000 people, go to zero. No
Somebody
one's
gave 2 answers? I don't know. I really, really don't like her. Okay, that's
wow.
that's 2. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah. Okay.
it's funny and it's not surprising to me anyway.
Right. Okay.
All right,
All right.
you
Next one,
ready?
man. Yeah.
You ready? This one's not terrible. This is the last one.
Oh God. That means. If
No,
it's
it's not
just,
terrible.
I'm about to cut. I'm about to cut the mic.
No, it's good. Judy Garland's missing Wizard of Oz dress found decades later. Any idea where they found it?
Where they left it.
Probably in Kansas.
Yeah.
Somebody clicked their heels. They showed up without a dress. I don't know. You with the red shoes on. Where are your
Wow.
clothes? You'd think they were in Oz all this time. Well, let me ask the obvious question, Mike. Did you even know it was missing?
No.
I didn't either. I might have heard something about it before, but dismissed it as, who cares? And guess what this news
I like
this news
Judy
brings
Garland,
me?
too.
Yeah, but you know what this
Yeah,
this
the
news
other
brings me?
movies that she played in was excellent, man.
Oh, sure. Back when they were making good movies, right?
I don't know. I didn't. Only thing I know it for is Wizard of Oz. I was just joking. Just trying to deflect. What the hell are we doing talking about this?
There's no place like home, Mike.
Yeah.
There's no place like home.
Actually, I was gonna
There's no
say
place.
it was at home, but who's home, right? So,
Right.
yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
goodness.
Found deck. I want to know where. No, I don't. No, no. See, that's how you always try to reel me in, man. I was about to say, yeah, I want to read that and find where did they find it. No, I don't. No, I really don't. No, we're good.
Well, isn't it interesting? Just look at the headline itself. Like, couldn't you just put that answer in the headline and you wouldn't need a story?
Yeah, Judy
Like
Garland.
if you said,
yeah, found decades later in
right,
in the
Kansas
closet.
closet, then everybody'd be like, okay, what do I need to read it for? So clearly they
Right,
want you to
well,
read.
yeah, they want you to click on it to read it, but it's like, wow, okay, all right, man, that's enough. I can't anymore. I can't. That's
All
the
right,
last one, right?
that's it.
Okay, thank you, man.
So
Woof.
that is going to finish our war room tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being loyal subscribers. And hope to see you next time. And if you're a veteran, get on the show. Until then, Godspeed.
Hey, and pull the pin.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin already.